lover once described me as knackig, the German word for crisp and crunchy like a young apple, the new seasoned kind, juicy and soft-skinned. Yes, once I was a delicious pink lady looking forward to a royal gala. Now I'm a Granny Smith, tart with a bite. The first man that ever accepted an apple from a woman knew the meaning of temptation and never regretted it. My body is an apple shape, round and ripe. Rubens and Renoir painted juicy apple women like me, but now my waistline is considered a health hazard. Unlike the banana or the pear women, why are women fruit salad when men just are? My grandma was an apple woman too. With her bare hands, she could crack an apple open simply by twisting it, laying bare the five-pointed star within, a little taste of heaven in every bite. Even though it's so deeply unfashionable, a throwback to past centuries, an object of derision, I am proud of this round apple body. Flawed, scarred, stretched, bruised, fallen so far from the tree. This body has experienced all that life has to offer. This body has travelled the world, crossed deserts, plunged into oceans. This body has climbed every bell tower in Europe, seen the Great Pyramids, circumlocuted Uluru, crossed the vast silence of almost a pound. This body has known intense love, and from that love has carried two babies whose hungry cries caused these fountains of life to flow unashamed. This body has suffered massive insults, endured pain beyond words, healed herself. This body survives. This body thrives. No longer knackig. This apple still hangs on the tree, now zaftig, ripe and ready, defying that final harvest. There's a few crunchy bites left in me yet. I stand before you, a shimmering goddess, speaking of light and love and beauty. But like all goddesses, there's a darker side to me too. Sometimes a good person wants to do a bad thing, just for the hell of it, for the sheer outrageous pleasure of it, for the thrill of transgression without confession, just to see what it feels to take a walk on the wild side, the dark side, the side there's no coming back from. It all began when I discovered I was invisible to human eyes. I had fallen into the world of the glamour. You think of glamour as something that sells magazines, movie stars, celebrities, paparazzi snapping at all hours. The glamour is so much more sinister and seductive. It exists on the edge of reality behind a veil of invisibility. We all love glamour, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we dress, all create an image of how we want to appear to each other. When we fall in love, we are blind to the flaws of our lover. Fall out of love and the cataracts drop from our eyes, those flaws are now so clear. I fell into the glamour by accident. Shop assistants stopped serving me, preferring someone younger, thinner, prettier. Even when I dumped my goods on the counter and walked off in a huff, they didn't call me back. It was as if I wasn't there. People I knew well would walk past me in the street. When I called out to them, they kept on going, as if they couldn't hear me. Someone smashed into my car in broad daylight. I couldn't see you, she said. The sun was in my eyes. My car was bright red. At work, the boss said right in front of me, "Where's Lou?" When I came back from holidays, all he said was, "Oh, so she came back after all." I decided to test out my theory. I got into work later and later, took long lunches, napped under my desk. Eventually I stopped going into work altogether. Nothing happened. No one called to find out where I was. Payments kept coming into my bank account. I could see the possibilities. I started with baby steps, not paying a train ticket. nicking a packet of gum, stealing a whole set of glasses from the pub because they look so nice in my house. I got away with it all. My wardrobe filled with designer clothes and Tiffany jewels. My fridge was stocked with Pate and Veuve Clicquot. I was on stage with the band at every concert in town. I could go anywhere and do anything. I started thinking more ambitiously. Smoking pot outside the cop shop. Cooking up meth like that guy in Breaking Bad. Sticking up banks. Avoiding taxes, now that really is a crime. Setting up an international Ponzi scheme. But then I realised these things were too easy. Plus some of them were actually hard work. Now that I was free of the world, my glamour of invisibility is a perfect weapon, so I can carry out the biggest, baddest crime of all. What to do, who to kill. So many to choose from. That bastard who killed the last western black rhino on earth so some goblin with a micro penis could pretend he was a man. Let them get Ebola virus and watch them bleed like that rhino. Those politicians who watch children drown in ramshackle boats, put them in an open boat out to sea without a compass. The wicked witch of the west who hoards her treasure like Smaug the dragon, let her suffocate under the weight of her will. That man down the road who beats his wife and kids when the pub closes, like Tantalus, keep the bottle visible but always just out of reach. I could go on, but what's the point? There's so many of them. Kill them all and millions more arise in their place. I am just one person. Even if I worked day and night, I couldn't get them all. So, my friends, I have the solution. I'm going to raise an army of all you downhearted, dispossessed, unwashed, unsung, unloved, invisible ones. There's a new zombie apocalypse in town and we're ready. Who'll join me?